Yo, what is going on, guys? My second time doing this intro because the first time, as soon as I started, I had to let go like a 10-second belch, man. Whew, that just means you had a good meal. But in today's video, we're going to be talking all about Battlegrounds. Now, for Season 2 of Battlegrounds, I haven't been taking it super seriously. I haven't really done too many matches, and there's two reasons. The first reason is I've been busy with some real life stuff, really good stuff. But the second reason is because it doesn't really matter until week 4. This is something I learned in the previous season of Battlegrounds. It was week 3 of the previous season when I was going my hardest. And I was like 11th in the world at one point. Like, I was going hard, man. I was grinding a lot, winning a lot. But then the meta changed for the final week. And I was so good at the week 3 meta. And the week 4 meta completely changed everything, and I wasn't as good at it, and I just didn't have nearly as much drive to play it either. Season 2, though, I learned my lesson. Now, right away from the jump, I've been paying attention to the final meta and preparing for that, because that's what really matters. So what is this final meta? So we have Critical Interruption and Crit Me with Your Best Shot. And remember, these apply to every single defender that you put in your deck that is on defense. So, Critical Interruption. Intercepting the opponent's dash with a basic attack grants the attacker a precision passive, giving them guaranteed critical hits for 7 seconds. That's awesome. Because especially with Crit Me with Your Best Shot, this defender takes 100% less damage from hits that are not critical. So, and like, this is one of the most insane, I was going to say obscure or absurd, but this is one of the absolute most craziest nodes in the entire game. Because, guys, it's like, it's not just, oh, only your crits are going to do damage. It's only your crits are going to do damage. No other source of damage will work. No bleed, no poison, no critical bleeds, nothing. No degen, nothing. Only critical hits. So this means a lot of things. The biggest thing that this means is that your defenders on defense, if they have the suicide masteries, that doesn't matter. They're going to take 0 damage from the bleed, 0 damage from the poison. They're actually going to be healing from it if you have willpower. And recoil doesn't exist, because that's not critical hits. So this is going to be one of the most hyper-specific metas we've ever seen, because this is just one of the most hyper-specific nodes in all of MCOC. This is such a limiting node. It's actually insane. Like, you can literally put this node on some fights and just make them impossible to even do. Like, this node is absurd. But that gets me really excited, actually. So today, we're going to do some rank ups in favor of this final meta. And the very first champion that came to mind was this guy right here, a Sinister rank up, Mr. Sinister. This guy is built for this meta. Finally, Mr. Sinister has a time to shine for the first time ever. Oh man, honestly, I think Mr. Sinister is one of like the most badass champs in the game. But he just sucks, man. Honestly, I wish he was so much better. I'd really love to see Mr. Sinister get a rework on offense. But on defense, this guy can be a monster. So, you know, what's the deal with Mr. Sinister? Every time you hit him with a critical hit, he regens for most of it. So he is going to be, I think, really good in this meta. I'm expecting him to be one of the best champs in this entire meta. I think he's going to be really solid. So he was definitely the first champ that came to mind for rank 3. And this one was a little while ago. This one, this rank up was like weeks ago at this point. I did it in preparation. This was on a previous level up. You can see my units. I have like 18,500 at this point. Still got the dab profile picture on. The other rank ups are a lot more recent. But yeah, I had a ton of ISO. It was perfect. I had so much skill ISO, man. Or sorry, mutant ISO. I don't have a lot of skill ISO. That's going to be a problem later on in this video. But yeah, there we go. So that's Mr. Sinister to rank 3. He's only Sig 20, but that's totally fine. That's it doesn't really matter. His signature ability is more so when he defeats certain class type opponents, he gains bonuses. So, you know, on defense in Battlegrounds, that's basically irrelevant. But I do like having him awakened still. And yeah, he is going to be an absolute monster. Now, the next rank up, someone actually shouted this out on stream. So level up was on. You can see my units have went up by a decent amount. This is more recent, and that is Nova. So, first of all, shout out to my alliance leader, Steve. He has the first ever rank 4 Nova in the game. So, you know, just mad respect to him. I can't, if I'm talking about Nova, I gotta shout Steve out. That's just my rule. But yeah, I've actually wanted to take up Nova for a while. I think he just, you know, at his base, he can be a pretty decent Battlegrounds defender. But for this meta specifically, he is going to be absurd for it. So we just need one Cosmic Catalyst going to go and get that. Excuse me. But yeah, Nova. So someone on stream actually told me this. So I know that if you hit Nova with an unblockable attack, it's reduced by 75%, the damage that he takes, or your attack rating is reduced by 75%. I knew that, but what I didn't realize is that it also applies to critical hits. Or sorry, guaranteed critical hits. Only guaranteed critical hits. Which with this meta, you know, if you try to if you do successfully intercept, then you'll get guaranteed crits, and then Nova will reduce that by 75%. And that's the only way to deal damage to Nova is with crits. So if the critical hit is not a guaranteed one, it will do the normal damage, but if it is guaranteed, it's going to do 75% less. Plus, you know, he has his auto block to, you know, when you're trying to intercept him, so that can just, you know, stall time. And so I think Nova is going to be an incredible defender for this meta. Shout out to the live stream. You guys are all so smart, giving me great tips. And then the final rank up we're going to be doing today is Elsa Bloodstone. Now, she's not going to be, you know, anything special for this meta. But, like I said, with the Suicide Mastery, the Recoil Masteries, this is the first meta where I think it's going to be pretty much necessary to be running the Recoil tree. You know, I'm not saying for everyone. I'm saying if you're trying to push for, like, top 100, you know, top 50, it's going to be pretty hard to do without the Recoil Masteries. Because everyone else is going to be using them. And there's just no reason pretty much not to. Because, you know, the really only downside of running the Recoil Masteries and BGs is, you know, your defenders suffer a lot, either through the debuffs or through recoil, and that is all being negated by these nodes. So this is going to be the first real, basically mandatory Suicide/Recoil Mastery meta. Which, again, I like, because that's unique. There's definitely been metas where it's, you know, favorable to be running those masteries, but it's never been, like, necessary, where I do think now it is. Because I've never actually run the Recoil or Suicide Masteries in Battlegrounds before. I've always kept the same exact mastery setup until now. It'll be the first time I change it. I might actually buy an extra deck finally for 1,000 units, and then just make that one into a recoil deck or something. But yeah, but so because of that, that's why we're ranking Elsa, because she is a trap card. Kind of like, you know, Domino. If you can draft Domino and your opponent, you know, doesn't have a tech champion or an Archangel with decent RNG, they're basically screwed for the most part, you know. Rank 4 seeking under Domino, they're going to have a very tough time against. And Elsa is the same way. If you can catch your opponent without a mutant champion and you have Elsa, you win. You win if you're running recoil, because she's just going to deal an absurd amounts of degeneration. So here I tried to, like I said, skill ISO. I don't have much of it. I think I used a lot of it on Blade. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I emptied out most of my skill ISO on Blade, so don't really have much. I opened up so many crystals, and I think I only got like 2 skill dupes. So yeah, gonna have to go ahead and give her some basic ISO, but that's okay. We'll get there. But yeah, Blade did take a lot of my skill ISO, but that's fine. I haven't really had a problem with ISO, but I am beginning to have a problem with gold. As you can see, I'm down to 14 million right now, and I just keep thinking like it's only going to get worse. I think maybe I might sell a bunch of my ISO. That's a good way to get gold. I ran out of gold one time, and like I sold like 69% of my ISO stash, and I got like 5 million gold from it. Quite a lot. So yeah, I guess I could always sell my ISO if I need to. It's kind of like my gold in the bank. But yeah, so that's the three major rank ups I did for this Battleground season. Let's go ahead and jump in game, and I'll show you guys where I'm currently at for Battlegrounds and talk about a couple more rank ups I'm considering. Guys, so we're back in game now, taking a look at Battlegrounds. So currently I'm at 335 rating, and I am in actually the last spot in Celestial 600th, which is I'm actually stoked about that. Really happy with where I am for how much I've been playing, you know. And you can see this last meta, I went on a bit of a losing streak. I've never lost more than 3 matches in a row in the Gladiator circuit. And here I went on my biggest ever losing streak. Just having a bit of a tough time adapting to the new meta. But I recovered and been on a bit of a win streak now, so that's good. But like I said, I'm not really too concerned about this meta anyways. I'm focused on the next one. And so let's go take a look at some champs, and I'll tell you guys what I'm thinking. And also my catalysts. So catalyst situation is pretty bad. Doing those rank ups exhausted most of my catalysts. I only have 1 rank up gem left, a 1 to 2, and I'm out of tier 5 basic, and I'm pretty low on tier 2 alpha. So catalysts are finally being a limiting factor on my rank ups. It hasn't been that way for a long time, which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to have this problem again. Because I was just in a state of I'm so happy with my roster. There's no one that I even want to rank, but this meta changed that, which I really like. So Rhino, actually, I'm on him for a reason. I think he could be pretty solid in this meta because you can't really intercept Rhino. He's also pretty bulky. I think he could be good in this meta. I was thinking about that. I'm not sure. As far as any other science champs, like Electro could maybe be okay, but. I don't know. Let's see. Any other champs I was thinking about? Let's see. Skill. I feel like Mole Man would be pretty solid in this meta. You can shrug off the recoils masteries on offense pretty quickly and just be a monster. That is tempting. I did rank him down. I do want to rank him back up, but like I said, I can't right now. As far as mutants. Oh, I feel like Storm Pyramid X would be absurd for this meta. I feel like she'd be so good for it because she glances hits so often. She'd be so hard to take down. But mine's not awakened, and I guess I can't really rank up anyone. So yeah, she was a contender. She was a contender. Cosmic. No one really here that is standing out to me that I feel like would be crazy for this meta that I don't already have ranked. Tech, I do want to rank up Rocket. I can take Rocket to rank 2 right now with that gem, and then I'll get a little bit more catalyst so I can rank 3 him. But that's just because he's getting buffed and I like him, I still might throw him in my deck. Guardian would be garbage for this meta, unless the guaranteed crits. Would they work on Guardian, or can he still not crit with that? I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't really see anyone else that I really want to rank here in the tech class. And then in the Mystic class, I feel like Diablo would be a really great rank up for more of an offensive rank up, just because he's so good with the recoil masteries. And yeah, I'd say those are the real other rank ups that I'm considering right now. If I'm missing anyone that I have and you guys think would be a really great champ rank up for this meta, let me know in the comment section down below. Any of you guys' ideas. You are all way smarter than me. So I would appreciate any tips, any strategies you guys got. But that's what I got for this meta. Elsa, Nova, and Sinister. Those were my my big brain rank ups that I think. And Elsa's not really a big brain rank up. She's just a simple rank up for a simple reason. Simple trap card. But Nova and Sinister, I think these guys are going to be phenomenal in this next meta. And they also might just get banned. People might see a Nova, or I feel like Mr. Sinister is probably going to get banned a lot. They're going to see this guy, be like, oh, I don't want to fight him, ban. And that is perfect. That's exactly what I want If these rank ups can force someone to use one of their bans on one of these just B class or D class random defenders that I ranked up just for this meta, like, hell yeah, that means it worked. That means the plan is working. And if they don't ban them and I draft them and I can use them, that also means it works. Like, I can't go wrong, you know? Like, the only way it doesn't work is if I draft them, use them on defense, and still lose. That's the only way it's not working, you know? But yeah, I think the rank ups are going to do really well, and I'm really excited for this final meta. Definitely going to be doing some live streaming with it and some more videos. And yeah, there's just kind of some early strategies and thoughts that I've been thinking of. And like I said, if you guys got anything for me, leave in the comment section down below. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more content. We're going to be pushing fairly hard at the end of this Battleground season to see how high we can place. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoy. Peace.